Hey everyone, welcome back to Flashy Beauty, where we talk about everything that has to do with beauty, lashes, and confidence. I'm Cynthia, and today we're going to talk about the importance of educating yourself. So it just really sharpens your skills, and like when I first started off, education was not as important as it is now. So I didn't really know the importance of educating myself, and there was just so many differences that happened in my business when I started to educate myself. So yeah, starting off, I kind of just felt like I knew how to lash. I'm just gonna take it from there, and just start doing lashes and, very little knowledge about business and anything of that aspect. All I knew was that I could do lashes. So for a long time, I was not really into like taking more classes or like doing more research about the industry at all. I didn't really know, like I said, the importance of it. So my business kind of got to a point where it was stagnant. It really didn't, I didn't see the growth in my business for a while. And it wasn't up until I started like investing in more classes and, using YouTube University, just looking up videos and actually investing in my education, whether it was money or just time. That's when I started seeing my business flourish to a whole nother level. So it is very, very important to educate yourself, especially because there's so many different aspects of the business in general. So when you think about just doing lashes and you think, okay, I know how to do lashes, and we talk about like the different aspects that you should be educating yourself on, or things that I learned along the way that I ended up having to educate myself on that I wish I would have done earlier. So like branding and marketing is one of the things that I had to learn along the way. So, you could be really good at doing lashes, but you might not know how to display your work. A lot of times you have people who do really good lashes, but when you go on their Instagram or Facebooks, it's like dark images, they're not getting the right angles, they're not really emphasizing on what you should be emphasizing on. Like a lot of times you just get whole body pictures of people and we really can't see their lashes. So that's something that you really have to kind of educate yourself on, and along the way you'll get better at, but you wouldn't know that you have to educate yourself on those things if you're not big on education. So definitely investing time or energy into learning how to brand yourself, learning how important a logo is and why a logo is important, just learning how to post and how to market your business is definitely going to get you a lot more clientele. Another aspect that you could consider, so like some states require you to have an esthetician license, go to school and be an esthetician before you legally can do lashes in your state. So I'm in Wisconsin and it doesn't really require us to be estheticians, but you do need to know if your state requires that. You need to know what it takes to go to school for that. You need to find a good accredited school and actually educate yourself. But the thing is also, if you go to be an esthetician at a school, a lot of times they're not touching on a lot of the lash topic, very basic. They'll show you classic application, but they're not going to go in depth as to how to do lashes, and just like knowledge behind the scenes. So I've had a lot of estheticians come to my training classes because, yeah, I'm not giving out esthetician licenses, but I'm giving the behind the scenes that the esthetician schools are not showing you. So a lot of people are going to school to be an esthetician, but they don't really know that much about lashes. And that's why you see a lot of estheticians that are posting, say on their Instagram bios or on their Facebooks, I'm an esthetician, but then you kind of look at their work and you wonder, why is it not that good? And the truth is, you still have to educate yourself further, even if you're an esthetician or not. So just knowing whether you need to be licensed, and then on top of that, knowing that you still have to educate yourself to get better at doing lashes in general. Also, you got to think about client experiences and being social. I don't think that that's something that comes natural to everybody. I think people do have to learn that. And there is a such thing as studying and educating yourself on how to be social, how to, have good client interactions, how to keep people wanting to come back, like the kind of things you want to do or say. That's all stuff that you can look up. Because you can be a really good lash tech, or you can market your business really nicely, and when they go on your, social medias or on your pages and things like that, they can see really good work and then really good branding. But then when they come to get their lashes or a service done by you, they probably are not getting the best experience because you don't know how to be social. Like, you don't know how to spark conversations. You don't know how to make people feel comfortable. And I've been to a lot of places like that where I was excited to kind of go because they had really good work. And the work was good. Like, when I went, they were good. But I just didn't like the experience. Like, it was very dull. Like, I just didn't know if they were happy to have me there. Like, there just was very little interaction, and that kind of made me uncomfortable. So I'm the type of person, like, I do like to have good experiences, and I like to have good work done on me, depending on where I'm going. Obviously, if I'm going to get my lashes done, I want my lashes done nicely. But if I'm going to get my nails done, I don't want to be there for 3 hours getting my nails done. But I do want a good experience. So that's something that you can learn over time. I know when I first started, I was not a really big people person. Like, it took me a while to kind of like pick up on that, start these conversations, kind of try to understand what people were looking for when they come to these kind of appointments. So that's something else that you kind of sometimes need to educate yourself on rather than just ignoring. So a lot of times when my clients come, they do want to have these long conversations, and we kind of do pick up on personal things that they probably wouldn't tell somebody else. It's really kind of like therapy for a lot of people. And I know that if that door wasn't open, my clients wouldn't be as comfortable as they are with me when they come. And so just kind of like having that experience with them and having that door open for them to talk to you and feel like you're somebody that they're actually cool with will make them book with you. I mean, because you can have a bad day and that's normal. But some people will book with you just because they believe in your work and because they like who you are, rather than your work all the time. So like what I mean by that is, like, starting off in the beginning, you may not be that good, right? You may still need some more practice, but when they come by, you're giving them like really good energy, you're having these good conversations with them, and you're like giving them really good experiences. They will book with you again because maybe the lashes weren't that great, but they really like you and they believe that you'll get better. And those are your clients that are gonna stick with you long term. Like, I have some girls like that. And when I look back, I'm like, wow, that was trash. Like, I was doing bad work on her, but she still kept coming back because she actually liked me. So that's something that you really want to focus on because your clients will kind of see past that. So another topic that you could look up and start learning about is retention. And even if you know about retention, you could always look more things up about retention. So retention is number one when it comes to the condition of your lash extensions that you're doing on your clients, like how long they're lasting, and what you can do to learn more about the adhesives and the glues. And there's so many products on the market that you could play with. So there's also like product knowledge and just like different people you can order from. And these are all things that take time. You want to educate yourself. Like, you don't want to be that person in everybody's DM asking them, oh, how do I do this? Or what's, the answer for, what's the best glue on the market? Or, you can ask these little questions, but you get to a place where it's kind of like you want to know something for yourself. Like, I don't mind helping people when they inbox me and things like that, but when it comes to things like my students kind of messaging me and asking me questions that are already in their manual, that I have printed out and taken so much time to give to them, and they take that home. But a lot of times, instead of looking in the manual and actually taking that extra time to go through it and educate themselves on the manual, because sometimes you come to class, it's just so much education. But instead of looking back into that manual, they just rather take the easy way and ask me. And I can give you a short answer, but why don't you go in there and kind of look at the products, look at what's involved and what it takes to keep your glue together. Look at the exact, temperature and humidity that I put in that book for you. So kind of taking shortcuts, you're not going to get the best outcome out of it. And eventually you're going to get to a place where it's like, okay, I have to take the time out to educate myself so that I can feed my business correctly. There's also like so many different streams of income that you could be making for your business. Like, so even being behind the chair and being a lash artist, of course you do make money. And when your clientele starts to build up and your prices are right and you start to balance out your finances, you do make money. But there's so many other streams of income that you could be involved in when it comes to the lash industry. Like, there's trainings that you could get into that obviously you need to educate yourself on, and just like educate yourself on the products that you're going to be giving your students and how to put your kits together and stuff like that. And you could also sell products. Selling products is really, really big, and kind of just help generate more income. And then also, like, you could be an influencer. They're making a lot of money right now. So just depending on if you're working for certain companies or you're just going to be an influencer on social media, that's also another way that you can get some type of income going for your business as well. You can sometimes hire people. You can rent out spaces. You can build your team. Like, there's just so many different ways. You could even have like a salon where you don't even have to work. You're really just managing a salon. But you wouldn't know any of this if you're not educating yourself. All of this stuff takes a separate amount of education, and it's like doing a whole nother business when you have to educate yourself. So I do understand why people don't like doing it, because I didn't like doing it. But when I started seeing how much it really helped my business, that's when I started to really like educating myself. And so I tried to find the fun in it. Like, I'll get some coffee, I'll get my pen and paper, a lot of times I'm on my laptop, and I'll just make it like a vibe, like something that I like doing. And that's how you start to love it. So you never want to stop educating yourself. I think that a lot of the reason why people don't educate themselves, other than just not wanting to, is because they kind of look at it like a money thing. So, and when it comes to like doing classes or, you know, getting an education through like a school, or just, you know, like I said, doing more training classes, the first thing people think is, oh, I don't want to waste my money. But that's not how you're supposed to look at it. You look at it as an investment. Like, if you're looking at it like you're wasting your money, then that's the reason why you're not going to want to use that money to make yourself better. Now, wasting money is going to like McDonald's and just eating the food, and, you know, that's a waste of money, in my opinion. But now when you're using this money to further your education and further your knowledge, like if you spent $500 or $600, let's say, on a lash class, and you did like a volume class, and now instead of just doing classics, you also know how to do volume lashes. So you get like 5 or 6 clients, and that'll cover your $600 that you put into the business to learn volume, and that's something that you will learn, or something that you will have for the rest of your career. So is it a waste of money? No, it's an investment. So once you start realizing that your investments are making you better, then you won't be afraid to invest. Like, investing is kind of like iffy for people, because you need to know what to invest in. So if you're making bad investments, and let's say you invest in something that you're not going to pursue, then obviously you're not going to want to make another investment because you don't trust yourself. So you have to trust yourself, and the way that you're going to trust yourself is knowing what you're doing. The way that you're going to know what you're doing is educating yourself. And there's a saying that goes like, you don't know what you don't know until you know. So that is something that I like to think about often, because it is true. Like, so whenever you think that educating yourself is not really important, you don't really realize how important that is until you realize, like, damn, that was important. So definitely taking the time out to educate yourself is going to further your business, and not just that, further your confidence, and you'll start seeing things kind of change up for you in a positive way. So just be careful with what you're investing in. Know what you need. Like, for example, if you're the type of lash tech who does really good lashes, but you don't know how to edit your pictures, and somebody's offering a picture editing course, or you go to like an academy and they have picture editing courses, then that is something that would be a good investment for you, because that's going to help you get better. So know what you need to invest in, know what you need to get better at, take the time to get better at it, and you'll realize your confidence, and you'll want to keep learning. So I hope this video helped somebody out today, and I just want you to take away the fact that educating yourself is always going to be what you want to do, and you never want to stop educating yourself. Like, even when you think you're good, you can still learn more, because the industry is ever changing, and the more you know, the more you grow. So thank you so much for watching. Please like this video, comment below. I always like to see you guys and your feedback and what you think about these videos. And definitely stay tuned, because we're going to just keep dropping more videos and hitting a lot of good topics that I want you guys to see. So subscribe to my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye.